On in the world right now, it's very simple. 1% of the population of the world has declared war on the other 99%. Who are the 1%? I do research for a living. I found out who the 1% are. I gave them a name. They're called the predator class. The predator class exists in every country. They exist in every race. They exist in every religion. They marched in the parade over here. Who are the predator class? They are people that get rich at our expense. They are politicians who leave political life to sit on corporate boards. You want me to name a few? In the year 2000, Al Gore won the presidential election. That is an undisputed fact. If anyone wants to debate that with me, feel free when I'm done speaking. Al Gore won the election. He won the state of Florida. If he won the state of Florida, he won the Electoral College, and he won the election. Why did Al Gore choose to sit down and do nothing? Because Al Gore is part of the predator class. He knew that if he sat down and did nothing, he'd be rewarded at our expense. How was he rewarded? Al Gore sits right now on the board of directors of Apple, one of the most powerful corporations in the world. That was one of his rewards. He made several other rewards. Al Gore today is a multi-billionaire because he's being rewarded for sitting down and letting George Bush win the 2000 election. Where did that take us? That took us into Iraq. That took us into Afghanistan. In 2004, John Kerry won the election. He won the state of Ohio. Why did John Kerry choose to sit down and allow George Walker Bush to continue taking us to war and continue destroying our economy? Because John Kerry is part of the predator class. He knew that he would be rewarded if he sat down and allowed us to pay the price. It's very easy to spot a predator, folks. Predators get rich at your expense. Predators are socialists. They steal from people like me who own businesses, and they give it to everybody else. How is stealing money from me making anybody else better? It's not. How is stealing money from you making anyone better? It doesn't. Why are we at war in Libya right now? Because Barack Obama, whose mommy sat on the board of directors of the Ford Foundation, part of the predator class, wanted to take us at war in Libya. He didn't have to ask Congress. You know why? Because he has a much more powerful job than President of the United States. Barack Obama is the head of the UN Security Council, and Barack Obama can declare war in any part of the world, anytime he wants, without asking our elected leaders, because he is head of the UN Security Council. He is part of the predator class. The predator class, there are Africans in the predator class. There are white people that look like me that are in the predator class. There are Asians in the predator class. There are Native Americans in the predator class. There are Jews in the predator class. There are born-again Christians in the predator class. You take any group in this country right now and put them in a room, 99% of them will be good people. 1%, however, will be the predator class. My question to all of you is, why are we letting the 1% destroy it for the rest of us? Can anyone answer that?
Apathy.
Apathy. Anyone else? Why are we letting 1% of the population destroy the world for the other 99%? Why are we, me included, allowing this to happen?
Because the predator class also has foot soldiers. Foot soldiers, people who help them.
All right, the predator class has... That's very good. The predator class has foot soldiers, but the predator class is going to sell the foot soldiers down the river.
Yeah, but
okay?
They don't know that.
I will give anybody right now 20 Federal Reserve notes, which are essentially worthless. That's why I'll give them to you. If you can tell me Who is the first group of people that Adolf Hitler rounded up and killed?
Brown shirt.
I'm going to give him $20. No, it was the brown shirt. I owe James $20. The brown shirts. Who were the brown shirts? They were Adolf Hitler's police force. So as soon as Adolf Hitler came to power, he killed the people that brought them to power. Does that sound like a predator? That's a predator. Now who bankrolled Adolf Hitler? Prescott Bush of the Bush family. He funded Adolf Hitler. That is an undisputed fact. I could take that in a courtroom and win on that in 5 minutes. Why would Prescott Bush fund Adolf Hitler? Because he's a predator. The predators have a habit of sticking together. The predators, and you know how you can find a predator real easy? Go to any college campus. Sit in a room. You've got 99 students and 1 professor. Who do you think the predator is?
The professor.
The professor. You know how I know that? Because all the kids in the classroom had to go hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to sit in the classroom. They sold themselves in bondage so the predator can stand up in front and drive a Mercedes-Benz and have tenure and make $200,000 a year at Harvard. So you better know who your predators are. They're pretty easy to identify. Predators are getting richer beyond their wildest dreams right now. The predators that own the drug companies. The predators that own the oil companies. The predators that marched in the parade today. I'm sure there were a couple senators and congressmen marching in the parade. They are probably predators. Okay, they're exploiting the gay community to get what they want. They just told them they can all get married. Well, guess what, folks? That's not an advantage. If you've ever filed as a married couple, you know these gay folks are simply going to be paying more state and federal tax. Does that sound like they won? They're going to let the government steal more money from them. Does that sound like they won? No. They got suckered in, like the rest of us.
But they get 1,200 benefits. They're sucking in the gays. It's over.
This gentleman has a question about Goldman Sachs. I know a lot of people that work for Goldman Sachs. I have clients that work for Goldman Sachs. 99% of the people that work at Goldman Sachs are good people. However, Goldman Sachs, like every other group, every other organization, has that 1%, the predator class. The people that tell the other 99% what to do. Okay, I'm finished, folks, but watch out for the predators.
Questions and answers. What about the 1,200 benefits for gay marriage?
Okay, actually, the rules of this thing where people are still asking questions, you have to answer their questions.
Yeah.
Believe me, I don't want to speak any longer.
What about the 1,200
all right?
benefits? I want you to answer my question. What about the gay marriage getting 1,200 benefits? That's what the U.S. media says.
Excuse me, raise your hand if you have a question that the speaker acknowledge.
Thank you. Sorry.
What is your question?
What about 1,200? More than 1,200? What happens? You get more than 1,200 benefits. What about the more than 1,200 benefits you get from gay marriage?
There obviously are advantages to be married, but what I don't think they're telling these gay couples is when they file as a married couple, the state and federal government are just going to steal more money from them. I don't know how that's an advantage. I don't know how paying tax at a higher level or a higher tax bracket and letting the government steal more money from you so we can fight more illegal wars in the Middle East, how is that an advantage? I don't get that. If someone can explain that to me.
You think the public's going to burst in oil? I was reading the New York Times today. I didn't read too much of it, but
I don't read the New York Times. I slide the New York Times under my dog so he can crap on it. The New York Times... The New York Times lied us into the Iraq War. Why would you read the New York Times?
let me ask you a question. What do you think about the bubble bursting and like the oil company, like the banks bursting? Do you think that it's becoming too expensive now? That's why they're taking oil and they're pumping it into it's like pumping it in, like Saudis and the Americans, the reserves, when they're getting nervous and that it's becoming too expensive.
We're addicted. This country is addicted to oil, okay? And as a result, we're drug addicts. So because we're addicted, the pusher can charge whatever the pusher wants. That's how it works. They are predators. The people that run the oil companies are predators, folks. Just look up who they are. Lee Raymond, the head of Exxon, okay? In 2008, when the economy collapsed and most of us lost our jobs, Lee Raymond made $436 million. Okay, does that sound like a predator? He got rich while we were all going down the tubes. Wake up. The predators are very obvious. If you see anybody driving a Bentley while their neighbor's losing their job, it's very easy to identify the predator. Very easy. Next speaker.
Hello, just a couple of quick notes, okay?